Elegy for the outsider. The heady char of incense smothers the scent of her chilled sweat as Afong Moy's coquette lips pluck pearls of rice from chopsticks. In 1834, Afong Moy arrived in New York City from Guangzhou as a tactic by Western merchants to attract interest in Chinese goods. She was exhibited from city to city, performing her culture in sold-out shows, but the entertainment of her comma eyes and copper skin and crushed toes was forgotten when old toys were exchanged for new. Without profit, the unconforming body and its novelties becomes obsolete. This was the fate of the first Asian woman in America. Transition to last summer. A man with a can of Corona in hand yells, "Go back to China," lip-shedding slurs as he shakes the can, pops open the top. "I am baptized in beer." I walk away because I've learned that people like me, gatecrashers to this American dream, become more of a target the more we open this bullseye of an unwelcome mouth. Others try to Jenga out the slats of my spine to make me stand a little less proud. If they could, they would debone me like a fish because they've always had a bone to pick about my backbone and the way I don't let nobody take me apart. Let's go back 4 years ago. I'm going to kill all Asians. That's what Robert Aaron Long said after shooting 3 Asian-owned spas into beflowered shrines for the dead and birthday candles into candlelit vigils. Oh, America. We have been fostering hate and calling it humorous, pruning off our own people and calling it patriotic. Oh, America, why don't you understand what it means to be more than a name or a face or a body? Our bodies on the line, and all of our lines have been crossed. They say you've served us unless you've served your time, and you're no longer our muse, just amusement. Oh, America, you want our submission, and it is true that we have made it our mission as outsiders to be acceptable, all while knowing the impossibility, all while knowing the futility of knifing our rage into something palatable and offering it up as sacrifice on the altar of a thin-lipped smile, all while knowing that every one of these 1,000 paper cuts carving us into something beautiful. It's like cutting a house out of funeral paper, beautifying something destined for destruction. Afong, you understood that the consumable body's appeal was not the same as being prized. Words lend permanence, and so your eager audience flattened your foreign tongue into a still life and called it artwork. They pried away your privacy and published the size of your feet in the papers, and then they called you celestial. Celestial, which was the same as saying that you were not from here. But you never went back. I'd like to imagine that you, alone in this bristling country, you improvised, you seized the steps you were supposed to take and rewrote them into a staircase. Used it to climb out of the floodwaters of your audience's stares. I'd like to imagine that you felt that the only owner of your belly trimmed with rice, your feet crushed into flowers, was you. That you closed your eyes and felt the features of your face and their costume become your face again. I'd like to imagine that you realize that even though this country will make you feel like you don't belong, you can still belong in the embrace of your own body.